The drug then that like got me the most was heroin. I really enjoyed not having to deal with myself. And that allowed me to escape from everything. I was just missing something. I had no idea what I was missing, but I wasn't content with who I was. I wasn't content with the way my life was going. I wasn't content with like responsibilities that I had let go. All these type of things. I just really was losing myself more and more because I was so dissatisfied with myself as a human. My life was pretty good. We were a very high moral family, high ethics family. We went to a Reformed church, but I never understood the relationship that was needed as being a Christian, right? I never understood that relationship you needed with God. I just was like, yeah, I believe in God. Done. I was one of those never tasted alcohol till I was 21 kids. Not because like I was around alcoholics or anything growing up, just because I didn't do it. So once I got into the comedy scene in New York, slowly I started to just like drink. You're going out there and you're burying yourself, right? So when I had the nights that sucked, that was like devastating. So I started then to take advantage of substances. And it was then in that scene that I was introduced to cocaine. And I loved it. And it loved me. Ultimately, those chemicals took over, like, everything for me in New York. And I just quit doing everything. You know, nobody's ever said that I had a breakdown, but I threw everything out of my apartment into the dumpster from the third floor window and packed a bag, and that's what I went home with. I got on a plane and flew to Wisconsin. The drugs kind of just stopped. The problem was that alcohol was readily available. At that point, then I started drinking like pretty much 24/7. I received 5 DUIs in 6 weeks. I then ended up going to jail for a while. I said to the judge, just take me somewhere, put me somewhere, because I don't know who I am, I don't know how to live, I don't know anything. A couple weeks later, I flew to California and went to check into the rehabilitation program at the Salvation Army in Paris, California. Now, the Salvation Army rehabilitation program is a Christian program. Why don't I just give this whole God thing a try? Maybe there's something behind it. My first time I ever met a Salvation Army officer who was there, and his name was Captain Man-Hee Chung, and he was the administrator of that Salvation Army there. He is just like the biggest male role model of my life. He knew that piano was like ridiculously important to me, and piano is the way that I express myself. You will not play the piano here for 6 months. I don't want you touching the piano while you're here. That is a privilege that you don't have. And I was like, no, that's a privilege that I need to have. So he did not let me play at all. And that was the smartest thing that he told me to do, because it taught me to respond to my own emotions in a better way and to get through them. But I learned so much about myself as a person during those next 6 months. All these things that I just never would have looked at before, because that wasn't the path that I had for my life. My path was to perform, and that was it. And I was really just embracing this lifestyle, right? And being a Christian and what that all entails. More and more, I would just like surrender everything to God and try to figure out what exactly I should be doing with my life. It was during that next time, while I was sitting in the chapel, that I felt like a very audible call to say, hey, this is your life. You need to live a life of service. I just went up there to play the piano, and then I felt God say to me again, I want you to live this life. I want you to live this life of service. That to me was like that first sign of like, wow, like, this is what happens when you surrender your life. Like, the path that I had for myself was to get on, like, Saturday Night Live, just do comedy, right? That was it. That's where my path. But my path didn't lead me there. My path led me to rehab. Never would I have imagined that I'd be like a poster child for rehab. But it's amazing that I've gave my life to God and, like, I follow the path that He has. The beauty of it in these moments where, like, God's like, I told you so, is He's put all those messy pieces of my life together into this puzzle that I could never have imagined, you know, and it's awesome. My life now is a life that I could not have conjured up on my own. And it's so much better than I can fathom. Like, I have an amazing wife. Like, I thought marriage changed me already, and then now, like, becoming a dad, I don't get it, man. It's great. It's great. I'm blessed with, like, a perfect family. I mean, we're a perfect family that has a lot of problems, but we're pulling it together. I just think now, like, by surrendering my entire life to God, all these amazing things have happened to me. Are there still bumps in the road? Heck yeah. It's a lot easier to get through those bumps, though, when you have a constant love in your life.